welcome to a tutorial on the Orange curriculum and how to navigate the website. So the first thing you're going to do is type in what is orange.org. And this first page is going to pop up and you're going to hover over curriculum. You're going to go down to 252 basics because that's what we're using. Go ahead and click that. So you see a lot of buttons and a lot of information. So before you get worried about all of these different things, go ahead and click login. So you're going to need to type in your username and password. As you can see, there is no enter button here because you actually have to click the curriculum you want to get into. And so we're going to click 252 basics because that's what we're using. So here we go. Now we're actually into where the curriculum is at. Before we get into that, let's look at this little button up here because if you have a complicated username or password, you can edit that information and update that information and create a whole new username and password. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to return to home by clicking this button. As you can see, we have lots of tabs up here. The tabs tell you the month, the year, and the theme for that month. We also have some extra tabs and we'll get into those later. Let's start in September 2014. Anytime you click one of these tabs, this page will pop up and you're going to need to click this green button. You have to click the green button, otherwise you cannot see the curriculum or resources. It doesn't download anything automatically to your computer, so don't worry about that. When it first pops up, you see a little bit about the theme and about the curriculum that month. It also kind of gives you a little poster visual of what are some things you're going to see around this month. It also gives you a September preview video, which is also really helpful to see because it kind of explains what this month and theme is about. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually dig into the resources that you can use. Over here you see 252 groups and you see all of these files. This is where you're going to get the resources you need to print off or read for this month or this week. Okay, so they have these files and they're all labeled differently. So we have this one that says large group, K through 3rd and 4th through 5th. Then it breaks down to small groups, K through 1st, small groups 2nd through 3rd, small groups 4th through 5th, visuals, music, big story timeline, a resource or promotion that they have going on, and then additional resources. Let's start back up at the large group. You have to click this little arrow so that it can expand and open up so you can see all of the visuals and all of the resources. So as you can see, they break it down by weeks. They have week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Also note that they actually have it divided by K through 3rd and 4th through 5th. So make sure you're selecting the correct one that you're going to be using. It also breaks down in PDF and a Word document. These two things say the exact same thing, they just present it in a different way. Then they break down it into large group visuals and the big story outlines. Okay? And it's the same thing, exactly the same thing for 4th through 5th. Okay? If you open up a PDF, you're going to notice that it's very colorful, it's very user-friendly, gives you a lot of information about the week's topic, okay? So very user-friendly. If you hit one of the Word documents, it's not going to look the same, but it's going to tell you exactly the same information in a different way. Okay. I'm going to hit that again to close it. And now we're going to go down to small groups resources. So again, I have to click that arrow and scroll down. Again, they break it down by weeks, PDF and Word document, and then activity pages for small groups. So again, they do the PDF, Word document is exactly the same thing. Let me show you what a Word document would look like. So here you go. This is what a Word document would look like. It's very cut and dry. There's no real color. Very bullet point presentation here. But again, this is useful if you don't have Adobe and you need to print on Word instead. So again, it tells you the same exact information, just lays it out a little bit differently. Here we have activity pages that go with this week's lesson. So if you choose to do that activity, make sure you print off the activity page as well. As you note that there are some weeks that don't have activity pages, so just be aware of that too. Here are some visuals that you can also print off if you want. They come in these big zip files, so it takes a little bit longer to download, but they come with some really cool posters. And I really suggest you just kind of exploring one and just popping that open and just looking at the different things you can print off to decorate your room or the hallways and things like that. Here they also have music. They have a music file that you can play in the large group or small group just to kind of get your classroom excited and kind of pumped up and excited about summer school. They have this big storyline tab. Don't worry about this. It's just a license agreement basically to show you what's going on. Again, another just kind of promotion that they're doing. And then additional resources, also something you can explore, but again, something you'd have to pay for. So if you just want to look at it or browse through it, great. If not, totally okay too. So if you do need any help, they have this resource that you can click and you can contact Orange and they'll help you navigate if you can't find something or you get lost or something like that. Up here, there's some more tabs that you can look at too and explore. Just some things that you can send home for parents, things like that. Also another parent resource, kid resources and things like that. As far as things that get sent home, your leader should be taking care of those handouts so you don't have to worry about trying to find those or print those off, just so you're aware. Again, coming back up to these tabs, we have some training tab, and again, more video that you can look at and some tabs that you can explore on your free time. I suggest that you just kind of look around and see what's going on there. It's kind of fun. They also have this curriculum vault that holds old curriculum. You also do have to purchase it, so if you don't want to, obviously you don't have to, but just so that you know that that's where that stuff is, okay? So hopefully this tutorial was helpful and you can really get familiar with this curriculum and enjoy reading and knowing where to go and where to get the resources that you need. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much.